Alright, let's start adding some CSS styles to our web pages. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Okay, now we're going to be adding those, right? And we've already had the link right up here. This is on the home page. This links to this, and the page has to be named styles like this.css. Okay, and we're going to get the template right off of here. Right, you get to here by the ISC 110, then click on Web Pages, click on Template. There isn't much here. We'll copy this and then paste it into our notepad right here, and we'll save that like that. And now I'm going to start by styling the body of this, and so first thing I want to do is I want to call the body tag. I'm calling a regular HTML tag in here, which of course we can do. And then what I'm going to start by styling this is I'm going to start by naming a background color, if I spell it correctly. Background, B-A-C-K-G-R-O-U-N-D. Holy cow. And then I'm going to name the color, and I'm going to name it in hexadecimal, and I'm just going to make this one white. And I'll show you where you can get all these colors in hexadecimal and match colors and everything. And then if I want to specify a specific font that I want my users to see that my website will be in, I will name these here, and then I'm going to put a closing tag, right? So then if I save this, right, and then if I go back to my web page, and click on it, my background is white, so it's still not a lot of difference here. The font may be different, I'm not noticing that. But now let's add some more stuff here. I'm going to add, inside the body, I'm going to add div class tags. Div is another division. We made a span one. And now we're going to name a div one called content. And then just before the ending body tag, I'm going to end the div tag. And then I like to say which div tag is ending when I do this. So it makes it easier to keep track of them. Right, this is a comment here. The page doesn't see it, right, with these tags here at the beginning with comment tag. These are the ends, and then anything between the web browser ignores, right? But now that tells me that this is the end of this div tag up here, content. Okay, and so now I can go over here, and because that's a class, I start with a period dot content, opening curly brace, and I'm going to name the background color here too. And I'm going to call this background color let me see here, hexadecimal OCO. It's just a greenish color. And if I save it, go to look at the web page, and I'll refresh. And it's not working. Stop. Okay, so let's see if it's working now. I just didn't save it. There you go. So everything that's the content in here is now this wonderful green. And you guys can set your pages up any way that you want. So let's add some more styles to our style sheet. Now we've got a little color on there, and it's kind of cut up a little bit. Let's see if we can organize it a little better. First thing I think we're going to want to do is position this thing absolutely. So I'm going to go to the top of the page, and I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position. And then I'm going to go to position, and I'm going to go to position So to position absolutely, you just start off by calling position absolute. So that means it's going to be absolutely in a particular location. Our other choices are relative. It can be relative to other objects. We're not going to get that specific at this time. I'm using absolute position so I can do some other stuff with this web page. So now that I've positioned it absolutely, I can also say that I want it to start from the left. I could also say from the right. I want it to start from the left, 20%. Now I'm using 20%, so now it can adjust for the differences in browser windows, right? Different, so it can size itself a little bit better, right? And I'm going to say from the top, I'm going to say 0.01 pixels, px, right? And I'm going to save that. And then if I want to look at this, let's see what it looks like. Right, now we've narrowed it down. Right, so now it looks a little too narrow, but you can see how we're starting to block it up. So if I'm going to get up right here after left, and I'm going to name width. Right, and I'm going to say width. And if I put 20 on the left and I'm going to say 20 on the right, that's 40. So I'm going to say width is 60%. Save it. And then if we go back and look at it now, that looks a little more organized. The colors aren't so great. You guys can do better with the colors. And you can mix the colors up any way you want. But now we have 20% on each side. And if I make the window smaller, it's still 20% on each side. So that's how that works. Okay. And so, well, let's go back to our page. Now here's my home page. And if I go to ISC 110, oh, I don't have any styles. Well, why is that? Well, that's because the link has to be modified. Let's go back home and make some adjustments to those links. So this is our home page, and that one's okay. And this is my ISC 110 page, and right here it's the link to the styles page. Well, that's inside a folder, so I got to get out of the folder to get to that styles page. So if I go .. / right here, save it. Now if I go back to ISC 110 and refresh it, and it doesn't have what? Okay, it wasn't working. I forgot actually. Remember we had the div class content tags in here. And then the end content tag, which I'm just going to copy from this other page. Save that, and if I go back over here, now if I look at it, now it has those same styles. So my home page has them, ISC 110 has them, and you can look how consistent they are. 102, nope, not there. So we've got to add those to those pages, and I'm going to do that and show you a couple other things in a moment.